Welcome to Student Forum, the show for the students by the students that takes the issues sent in by you and battles them out between two teams, blue and red. Yes, the questions and issues sent in by you, the beautiful and wonderful students of Dundalk. Our first and main issue tonight comes from Lene Bell Maguire, who is studying cultural studies. Take it away, Lene.
Hello, my name is Lene Bell Maguire and I'm in Cultural Studies Year 2. On the 7th of April, James Clark and David Brannigan were re-elected to the Students' Union. In light of what they've done in the previous year, do the panel feel that they should have been re-elected?
That was Lene asking, should James Clark and David Brannigan been re-elected this year as the student president and vice president? Red team, you think that they should have been. Can you please give us some reasons why that is?
Yes, I believe James and David deserve to win for a number of reasons. They worked extremely hard over the last year and have had numerous achievements.
What sort of achievements?
Firstly, James and David have represented the students of Dundalk on a number of issues, such as student fees. They even organised buses to Dublin to help the protests against student fees. James has also been in constant contact with the Gardaí, helping make sure the students of Dundalk feel safe, both on campus and in the estates around campus.
I'm sorry, but the Gardaí were actually quoted in the Dundalk Leader saying they were very disappointed by the lack of cooperation from the student body during Rag Week.
That quote is just for Rag Week and not the entire year. Considering the amount of work that went into Rag Week, it's perfectly acceptable that they had less time to deal with the Gardaí. Last year, James made a promise of getting the rubber bandits, and he did so. Might I also add, it was possibly one of the finest Rag Weeks organised in the college histories. People don't appreciate the effort that goes into these events. James again worked hard for us.
That was the same lineup as every other college had for Rag Week. I mean, how is that an achievement by David or James?
Does that mean they should have not bothered? Would you prefer we not have one? They also worked on student special offers such as €2 drinks in Ridley's on a Thursday, making it the official nightclub of the college. James is working on new initiatives such as extending the opening hours of the library and overhauling the current class rep system to better aid students. More importantly, a president is accessible. I think it's good for the college and the students that James was re-elected.
Okay, blue team, you are against. Do you think that they should not have been re-elected? What are your views on that?
We feel James and David have let us down and have broken some of the promises that made us vote for them last year. Firstly, the promise that the Halloween break would be reintroduced to the academic calendar. This hasn't happened. Secondly, the promise to improve printing facilities. Personally, I have seen no change. If anything, they have gotten worse for students of creative media.
You see no change. What about the new fast-lane computers just for printing?
How does that benefit students of creative media who have to travel to the library, the far side of the college, just to print material? I'm glad we have a fantastic building such as the Creative Media Building, but it is let down by simple things such as not having a bin at the front door so I don't have to walk over cigarette butts on the way in. Also, there is no vending machine which would allow students to stay in the building instead of having to travel to the far side of the college just to get a snack. James just doesn't realise what we need. This takes me to my final point. You mentioned earlier that a good president is accessible to all students. Well, I feel James isn't. Not once have I seen him or David in the Creative Media Building. It gives me the impression he only cares about the main part of the college, as that is where he can get the most of his votes.
Red team, any response?
Yes, I think it's extremely unfair to criticise James and David for not achieving all their goals. They inherited an incredibly difficult job, especially in the current economic climate.
No, I'm sorry, that's a poor excuse. That has nothing to do with broken promises. Secondly, earlier you said that one of their main achievements this year was getting the rubber bandits to play. How does that help me as a student? How does it help me with my studies? Having Wi-Fi in the Creative Media Building for the first semester might have been a help, not the promise of the rubber bandits.
I'm sorry, that's all we have time for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. It has come to the part of the show where I decide which team, blue or red, I think has made the best points. Both teams did very well and made some excellent points on their views of the student presidents. It has been a tough one, but I think I'm going to pick the blue team. Congratulations, blue team. Well, sadly, that is all we have time for this evening. Please join us next time on Student Forum, where we'll be discussing yet another exciting debate on an issue sent in by you, the wonderful students of Dundalk. Until next time, keep questioning. I'm David Main.